Hey guys, after I created Snowman with real snow and Peely with the real banana, I thought it's time to create Mancake by using real pancakes.
ClayClaim.
The best thing about pancakes are not the greasy fingers, but they were so delicious. We start all over again with a new blueprint. Guys, welcome to this Mancake tutorial. We are creating him with clay and with real pancakes. And I will read out some of your background stories. I spoiled this creation over on Instagram and asked you if you are able to recognize this guy and if you could provide some background stories, and you did! 110! And we'll read out some of the most crazy ones. Before, let's just talk about how I am creating this guy. We're using this aluminum wire. I'm wrapping it around for a stable structure for the skeleton. And then we start right away with the clay, with the oven hardening clay. This is caramel brown for the shoes, for the boots. And we are working our way up. I have the screen right in front of me. Where I watch just the perk of the battle pass, because I don't have Mancake, unfortunately. Well, not yet. I'll be there once this creation is finished. I'm really excited to read some of these stories. I think I have just read one or two of these, so most of them, they will be a surprise for me as well. Okay, let's see, what are the most popular ones? Here we go. This one is from Mr. Popcorn. First day, Jonesy was very hungry and he went to a pancake restaurant. No one was in the restaurant, so he went to the back of the kitchen and saw a big delicious pancake standing in front of him. He took a bite out of the pancake and he felt weird, and then boom! He turned into the pancake man who is searching for revenge. Let's talk about the creation for a minute before we come to the next story. The trousers were quite difficult to create because we have these overlapping pieces over the boots, for example, but also around his hips. He's wearing another dark black trousers underneath, and this is what we are creating now, this tiny part. Probably it has a special name. It's quite typical for cowboys when they are riding a lot on horses, so they put over an extra pair of trousers which would protect their first trouser from getting holes and just getting too much used. Notice that I spent some attention on the very nice details. Right here, for example, this beautiful outline, which can be done quite easily with this tiny worm of ochre. And then we have some further black as the very first layer, and many clothings will follow above this. We have the knee protection area, quite typical for the Fortnite character designs. And this is how I created these. And then we can go over to orange to create the scarf, actually. The scarf is a mixture, actually. I take a little bit of brown of this caramel and throw it in that it gets a little bit dirty. We have the pattern on the scarf, on the character, and we'll paint this after oven hardening. There's no way we could create these tiny accurate lines on the scarf, so this is why I decided to go with a pen after oven hardening. And let's place the scarf in position. And yeah, I think it's time for another story from you guys. I'm so curious. Mancake was an old simple farmer in the Wild West and was a retired sheriff. After it got too dry in the Syrup Gulch, his hometown, he decided it would be more profitable to change his barn into a food place. When Agent John Jones entered his reality, a rift gave our farmer friend his youth back, being the sheriff of legend he used to be, but at one cost. He is a living stack of pancakes. After some time with John Johnsy promised Mancake a great place to stay, and an area that would love his pancakes even more than his home. In exchange, he must help keep others from escaping the loop. The end. I have literally goosebumps. What an amazing story. This is just perfect. Meanwhile, on the crafting table, we created the 2 pistols on the side, and we are adding some beautiful details with yellow. It may be a little bit confusing. He has 2 pistols, but when he is doing the syrup slinger, he is drawing the bottle of syrup from his side, as if the bottle would stick inside the holder of the pistol. But I think that's okay. We have some further beautiful details, like these 2 riding spores. Okay, they need another hole right in the middle, and after oven hardening we'll place these, and this should not be too difficult. Let's place this holder for the spores right onto his boots.
Today's video is sponsored by my mom. Just kidding, it's the Pancake Mancake set. Pancake Man set in the online store ClayClaim.com. Build your own Mancake together with me. I provide you with all the materials which you need. We have the clay, the blueprint, the transparent polish, the pen, the wire, some stickers, everything you need. Nobody will understand this in a few months.
Everyone is using this poor guy right now, Bernie Sanders. But I think he was okay with this. I saw a short interview about his meme. This is a very beautiful green color for the poncho we will create. Just make a thin layer out of this and we'll get this into shape. This is not the final shape of the poncho, I'll change it later. For the arms we need this ochre, and we also will throw in just a little bit of yellow and attach it to the wires. This is the area we will attach the palms of his hands. Yeah, about the posture. Maybe you have noticed that I created 2 different postures on the blueprint, so you can also decide which one you like better. I ended up somehow doing both. But you'll see that in the future of this video. Now let's take a little bit of black clay for the hands. This is the palm of the hand. And the best technique, the most easy technique is first we'll attach the thumb, and this worm of clay is sliced into 4 tiny fingers. And we can even make the hand a little bit closed to a fist. The other one is wide open because we have this piece of butter, and this is our butter. Placing it right there. Well, it needs a little bit of transparent polish after oven hardening, that it gets really fat and shiny. Yeah. Now there is an outline around the beautiful poncho, and again we'll change this later in the video, just slightly. Perfect. I think now that this guy got his poncho, let's read out the next background story. Let's see. This one is from Mr. Cow 2468. Mancake was born in a planet called Breakfaster, where lived the breakfast people. He was in his family farm milking the cows to make butterheads. Then suddenly his town was attacked by the waffle wonders. Mancake fought hard, but he lost the battle and was a prisoner of Waffle West. They wanted answers of why everyone loved pancakes more than waffles. Mancake said, "The reason we pancakes are better than you waffles is because we have fresh milk to make the finest butterheads." The Waffle King asked where they could find the fresh milk. Mancake lied and said, "It only could be found in the Fortnite island, and I'm not telling you where it is unless you pay me 1 million V-Bucks." The king accepted his request, and they were off to an adventure. And I haven't expected a story like this one, but I appreciate this. Mr. Cow. Amazing. This is the last working steps for the creation, which we will actually make with clay, except for the pancakes. This will be the bottle, the syrup bottle, and I am also using the one from the dance, from Syrup Slinger. Let's attach a tiny handle to it. Later, the beautiful brown syrup will flow out of this bottle. It gets another neck. And also this pattern. And we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked man cake, but without any kind of head. Yeah, this is the pen, which is also included in the set, which you can buy. Oops, broke off some of these pieces of the scarf. Well, don't worry, this is fixed quite easily. And I also have the feeling that this won't be the last time fixing the scarf. Yeah. Now, with this pen we can draw accurate lines for this beautiful pattern on the scarf itself. I hope you like it. What is missing now? Well, these sporns on the back side of the boots. Poor horse. We glue these right there. Okay, they also may break quite easily. We have butter or the bottle itself. Let's first place the butter piece inside. This would be the posture number 1. And now we need some real pancakes. And I am doing what every successful YouTuber would do.
Hey Mom, I need some pancakes. Very tiny ones. Don't ask. Bye.
Once a week I'm going to my parents' home and we are having lunch together. And normally my mother would create beautiful dishes. This time it's pancake time. There is a history behind pancakes. Whenever my mom did pancakes, when we were children, my brother and I, it was to cheer us up because we brought home a really bad grade or we failed a test, something like this. This was pancake time then. But not this time. This time there's another reason behind pancake time. My mum did very hard to create them as tiny as possible, and every time I would say, no, these are still too big, try again. And then this Wednesday, it's always Wednesday, when I go and have lunch together, we had pancakes. And also tiny ones. Thanks again, Mom. I really appreciate all your efforts when I had some more crazy ideas. It has always been like that. And I'm asking, hey Mom, do we have like an old television which you don't need anymore? I need it for an art project. Okay, let's see. This one may be a little bit too thick. Yeah. This is now my pancake scissors. We pile them up. Let's go 4 pancakes and the maple syrup. Tiny piece of butter, the butter head. Of course, this was all fooling around. We are going to create the head with clay as well. But, well, that's just me. I want to know what it looks like to see the clay creation with real pancakes. This is who I am. It's crazy as hell. And so delicious. Now we will prepare the mancake, the head with clay. I just mixed some caramel brown together with ochre. I don't mix it too strong to still maintain this beautiful pattern inside the clay. And maybe we also have time for one last story for today. Okay, let's see. Mr. Mushroom Miner. Once upon a time, the Pancake Man was just a pile of flour in the back of a bar. Over the years, he grew up to become a pile of pancakes. He found clothes and a sick head, and after a while, he grew a mustache. He was the most badass outlaw on the lands, going around and beating all of his duel opponents. He is now known as the Pancake Man, and he's one of the best hunters in the galaxy. You bet I am. Thanks so much, Mr. Mushroom Miner. This was a very beautiful tiny story to all of you and to all of you over on Instagram. Thank you so much for all the stories. I am so sorry, so sorry that I'm not able to put in more stories. Well, I could create an entire video just with your stories, 110. Thanks so much again. And now we are changing the posture of our mancake. The syrup slinger is dancing. And now we are creating one last drip of syrup, which is going down on his head. Okay, let's get it into position. Maybe another drop, and we are ready to go to the oven. Freshly baked mancake! What is missing? Well, of course, we get in some more transparent polish to make the butter, but also the syrup really flowing and shiny and oily and, well, just like a liquid should look like. The transparent polish and also the stickers are included in the Pancake Man set in the online store on ClayClaim.com. We glue it onto the bottle, and guys, I guess that's it! Mancake from Fortnite!
Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I still have all the failed tiny pancakes to kill. Meanwhile, let me know what you want to see next. Write it down in the comments. As I told you before, Minecraft will be next. So I'm really happy to read your ideas down below. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe, stay creative. Bye. Ah.